Rainier Avenue Radio. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of StarTime. Did you know that back in the 9th century, Rainier Avenue Radio was the host of the first annual Gregorian chant-off? Man, that was tight. Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app.
Washington inteena badan waxaynu wadaagnaa in wadooyinka noqdaan kuwa nabadgelya marka waa inaanu telefoonada meel iska dhignaa laakiin taa sameynteedu ma fududa haddaba fadlan si faafi fariintan muhiimka ah tusaalena u noqo dadka kale koor intaadan jidka ku dhicin geli telefoonkaaga sanduuqa galofyada adoo u sheegaya dadka ay qasid weydii saaxiibada iyo qoyskaaga inay saas oo kala sameeyaan sababtoo ah markuu qof walba kaalintiisa ka soo baxo wadada waxay noqonaysaa mid ammaan ah si wada jir ayaynu taa ku gaari karnaa fariintan waxay ka timid guddida badbaadada wadooyinka Washington.
This is Mon.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Don't forget to log on www.rainieravenue radio.world.
If you or a family member are 55 or over and need nursing home level care, but want to keep living where you are, check out Providence Elder Place PACE. This program offers healthcare, housing, transportation, and recreational activities. There are no co-pays or deductibles, and it's covered through Medicare and Medicaid. Providence Elder Place PACE works to keep you healthy and in your home. Call 206-320-5325 or visit providence.org Elder Place. Providence.org Elder Place.
This is Paul Pearson, host of StarTime. And when I'm not being reprimanded by traffic cops, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
To me, generational wealth means access to joy. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy a lot of things that make it easier. I find that when your basic needs are met, it's a lot easier to work on other things. Like even for myself as an artist, like I'm not the best creative, I'm not the best artist when my basic needs aren't being met, and not having to worry about that for yourself, but also for the people closest to you, like your loved ones. To me, that's the beauty of generational wealth. To me, generational wealth is community. It's being able to talk to people.
We are ready to tip off here for Garfield taking on Auburn. This, the second half of the semifinals. One of these two teams will go to meet O'Day. The tip is up. Tip is won by Garfield. Miles Damon with the ball out on top. Damon with the ball over to Stewart. Garfield works the perimeter, led to Smiley with now. Smiley drives past to Marquardt. Marquardt open for three. Marquardt's three doesn't go. Rebounded by Garfield. Smiley with it. Smiley shot is in and out. Marquardt battles for the rebound. Tipped away. Grabbed. Yes, finally grabbed by Auburn. Garfield pressure. Terrell Nichols with the ball out on top, just between the half-court line and the three-point line. Nice shake and bake there. Shot goes up with the left hand by Leuven Valken, and Leuven's Valken will go to the line.
Garfield foul, Jalen Stewart.
Jalen Stewart called for his first foul. They'll call that on the floor. So Auburn will take it in on the baseline. Ball on the floor, grabbed by Garfield. Out of bounds, and they're going to give that to Garfield. Miles Damon with it. Damon with the pass over to Marquardt to Smiley. Smiley drives all the way in, lays it up off the top of the rim. Doesn't go, just laid it right over the lip a little hard. Did everything except put it in the bucket. Stewart with it back to Damon. Damon loses the ball, gets it back. Back to Smiley. Damon drives, shot up off the glass, doesn't go. Battle down low for the rebound. Jamaica Myers down there battling, but the ball comes up to Auburn. Auburn with the ball, Terrell Nichols. Nichols gets a pass back from Leuven Valken. Nice give and go there, and Auburn on top. Terrell Nichols with the bucket. Nice pass there by Leuven Valken. And we're going to have an offensive foul called, or
fouls on Garfield. Miles Damon, his first.
And Miles Damon is going to be called for that foul. So Auburn, 5:57 here to go in the first quarter with 2-0 lead on a nice pass by Valken to Terrell Nichols for the layup. Gets the ball back. Chance to double that lead. Valken with the ball back to Nichols. Nichols on the right side. Nichols probes into the lane. Doesn't have an open shot there. 3-ball buried. Latabrion Chandler with a 3-ball. 5-0 now. Auburn in front. Shot missed by Garfield. Back down the other way. Nichols with the ball. Nichols over to Chandler. Chandler from the corner. 3-ball doesn't go. Garfield with it. Miles Damon's on the run. Miles Damon into the hoop. Miles Damon, nice pass. Jamaica Myers called for the foul. Garfield still scoreless right now. 4:55 here to go. 3 minutes gone, and Garfield with no points on the board. Couple nice looks at the hoop too. Just haven't been able to convert. Terrell Nichols on the right side dips a nice pass off. Nice pass. Latabrion Chandler on the receiving end of the pass, lays it up and in. Auburn up now 7-0 over the Garfield Bulldogs. Marquardt makes a move, but Easton Rutledge called for the foul.
Easton Rutledge, his first team. Checking in for Garfield. Jairus Harvey replaces Myers.
Darius Harvey into the game now. Shot from Smiley goes up, bounces off the rim. Marquardt has it. Marquardt saves the ball inbounds. Jalen Stewart with it. Stewart trying to make his presence felt. Nice pass. Shot by Legend Smiley is blocked. Quickly in the front court, Samaj Brown for Auburn. Auburn up 7-0. 3:54 here to go in the first quarter. Garfield scoreless. Samaj Brown shot doesn't go. Rebounded by Garfield. And a nice move inside by Jalen Stewart. Doesn't go, but he'll go to the line.
Fouls on Auburn. Samaj Brown, his first. Second team. Garfield at the line, shooting 2.
And Stewart's first shot is good. Puts Garfield on the board.
Replaces Marshall.
Free throw doesn't go. Rebounded by Auburn. Pass almost taken away. Auburn still has it, and look like we're going to have a foul on Legend Smiley.
Garfield foul on Legend Smiley, his first. 14. In for Garfield, Jamari Jenkins King. Replacing Greenan.
Shot put up for 3 by LeBrion Chandler. Latabrian Chandler now with 8 points. And we're going to time out. We'll take it to Mr. Daniel Bellis.
Most people, especially of these two schools right here, definitely remember last year when these teams met in the quarterfinals. When it was previously an undefeated Garfield team. Auburn ended up taking it to double overtime versus Garfield. They just ended up closing it up at the last second, and with a last-second shot, they downed the Garfield Bulldogs and gave them their first loss of the season last year and bounced them out of the tournament in the quarterfinals. So this Garfield team, they have definitely outscored, and they lead by points per game in all of 3A all season long. And they only have 1 point to show here with only 5 minutes of play. Just 1 point for the Garfield Bulldogs so far. Both of these teams are high scoring, and they have been all season. But a surprising so far first 5 minutes, 10-1 Auburn over Garfield with 3:04 left.
All right, back here, live action. Darius Harvey with the ball. On top of Terrell McCullum. Pull up for Harvey. Harvey buries a jumper, falling away.
Darius Harvey.
Garfield's first bucket of the game, not counting the free throw. With 2:38 here to go in the game. 3-point shot up, and that one is up and good. Levins Valkin with the bucket. Ball on the floor for Garfield. 13-3 now. Auburn in front. 2:22 here to go in the first quarter. Jalen Stewart with it. Jalen Stewart looks like he wants to do something. Does. Pulls up for 3. Jalen Stewart with the 3-ball. Big shot for Garfield. Stewart looked like it was time. I need the ball. And hit a big 3 for Garfield. 13-6 now. 2:02 left here in the first quarter. Auburn with the ball. Auburn whipping and stopping the pull up and the jumper. That one doesn't go from Samaj Brown. Stewart down the other way, attacks the hoop. Stewart's shot is blocked, but a foul called.
Auburn foul on Ruben Valson.
Ruben Valson called for the foul. That'll be on the floor, not during the shot attempt. 1:46 here to go. Garfield down 7. Ball inside to Sherelle McCullum. McCullum does his thing inside. McCullum to the hoop. Inside. McCullum is a force inside. He'll get the foul.
Fouls on Tyrell Nichols of Auburn, his first.
And Terrell Nichols called for the foul for
McCullum at the line, shooting 2.
Auburn. First shot by McCullum, short off of the front of the rim. Does not go, and Sherelle McCullum, if they go to him, is going to be a force there all night long, as he has been during this season. McCullum's next shot, that one's good. 13-7 now. Garfield down by 6. Auburn with the lead and the ball. Latabrion Chandler. Dylan Sherling with it now. Back on top to Latabrion Chandler. Ball in the corner. And a nice pop shot doesn't go. That was Lucan Valson. Quickly down the other way, Garfield. Miles Damon loses the ball. And the shot by Lucan Valken doesn't go. Tipped up and slammed in, but that won't count. We'll have a foul called, and that'll send Luvens Valkens to the line.
His second, 15. Luvens Valken to the line, shooting 2 free throws.
Lukens at the free throw line. Lukens Valsen. First shot is up and good. Auburn up 15-7 now. I'll make that 14-7. Guys, Valsen very patient at the line, holds the basketball, studies the shot. Next shot from the left-hander bounces. That goes in. 15-7 now. For Auburn, back up by 8 with 58 seconds left here to go in the first quarter. Here's Harvey with another shot that doesn't go. Rebounded, battle being below. Marquardt. Marquardt gets it up shot. Doesn't go. Again, Marquardt battling underneath for the rebound. Kicks the ball out to McCullum. Or that was Stewart's shot. Doesn't go. Again, a hard time getting the ball down the hoop. Garfield gets it back. We're going to have a foul called. So a couple of offensive possessions by Garfield. Good work on the boards, but nothing to show for it.
Auburn ball out of bounds.
That'll be the 16th foul for Garfield.
One for Auburn. Samaj Brown.
Terrell Nichols brings the ball up center court. Chandler thought about a three, didn't take it. Ball still out on top. Three ball put up, doesn't go. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. That was a three ball by Terrell Nichols. And so after the first 8 minutes, Auburn up 15-7 over Garfield. Mr. Bellis, what you got for us?
That was, if you're a Bulldogs fan, that is rough, if you say the least, man. 1 quarter, 7 points. You add up 4 quarters, and you repeat your performance in these final 3 quarters, you're not scoring 30 points in a game. That is a recipe for a disaster for the Garfield Bulldogs if they cannot solve their things here in the second quarter. The winner of this game will take on O'Day tomorrow night in the boys state championship game at 5 p.m. O'Day, as they compare to both of these teams, O'Day was Garfield beat O'Day, swept them during the season. O'Day beat Auburn in the second round by 2 points. So if you're O'Day, you're you're thinking to yourself, we match up pretty well with Auburn, but we have not been able to hold up the Bulldogs all season long.
All right, Garfield down by 8 after the first quarter, only 7 points. Had some pretty good looks at the hoop, too, but just couldn't get the ball to drop in.
Auburn ball out of bounds to start the second quarter.
Auburn looking to get the ball into Terrell Nichols. They do. Nichols defended by Damon. Out at the top. Into the game now, Devin Henderson. Shot doesn't go. Marquardt with the rebound. Marquardt brings the ball up court, gives it. A nice drive to the hoop there. Gets his own rebound. And Jamari Jackson Coons with the bucket. Second effort. Missed his own shot, got the rebound, laid it up and in. Garfield down by 6 now. Chandler with the ball. Chandler drives. Chandler with a tough shot inside. Doesn't go. Marquardt with the rebound. Again, gives it up to Jamari Jackson Coons. And finds an open Sherelle McCullum down low. Misses the first shot. Pads his stats, gets the rebound. Puts it back up and in. And Garfield now down by 4. First 4 points of the quarter. Spin move, drive, shot goes up and in. Devin Henderson with the bucket on a nice move drive to the hoop. Marquardt goes inside. The right hand puts it up, doesn't go. McCullum with the rebound. McCullum again. Told you he can be a force inside. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up. Doesn't go, but is fouled. So Sherelle McCullum will go to the line. 17-11 with 6:24 here to go in the first half. McCullum's first shot bounces off the back of the rim. Does not go.
Replacing Henderson.
McCullum's second shot. That one is good. 17-12 now. A little pressure from Garfield. Not much. They back off. All that on top of Samaj Brown. Samaj Brown now with the ball in the corner. Back up to Chandler. Chandler, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Strips the ball off. And we're going to get a traveling violation called. That's Easton Rutledge with the travel call. Garfield with the ball on offense. Miles Damon makes a move to the hoop and foul called.
That was on Tyrell Nichols of Auburn, his second personal 16. Checking in for the Trojans.
Terrell Nichols called for the foul. Ball comes into Damon. Had to go into backcourt to get it. Comes across the half-court line. Shakes and bakes over to the left side. Almost falls down. Miles Damon And we're going to get a blocking foul called, and some folks may say he was bailed out, but blocking foul called, and Miles Damon a little bit out of control.
That was on Auburn. Lugan Valson, his second. 18.
Lucan Valson with his second foul.
Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
That'll send Miles Damon to the line for 1-and-1 now, as penalty shots the rest of the way this first half for Garfield. Make the first, you get the second. First shot from Miles Damon is up. Bounces out. Marquardt with the tip. And the foul called on Emmett Marquardt over the back. We're going to walk that down to the other end.
His first 17. Samaj Brown heading to the line, shooting a 1-and-1.
First shot up, bounces, doesn't go. Marquardt with the rebound. So Samaj Brown can't convert on the 1-and-1 either. 17-12, Garfield down by 5 with the ball. Marquardt with the ball on the three-point line, hands it off to Jackson Coons, back around top to Damon. Damon looks down low, finds Sherrell Brown. He spins, he droops to the hoop, puts up a shot that bounces off the back of the rim, doesn't go. We're going to get another foul called apparently on Marquardt over the back again. And again,
Garfield foul on Emmett Marquardt.
Auburn will have an opportunity to go to the free throw line and make the first and get the second.
Auburn heading back to the line, shooting a 1-and-1.
And the first shot is good this time for Samaj Brown.
For Garfield, replaces Marquardt.
Second shot by Samaj Brown does not go. Nice rebound there by Jalen Stewart. Stewart bringing the ball up court himself. Stewart finds his way into the hoop. Nice pass to Sherrell McCullum. Drops it off, and McCullum with the open bucket. Created by Jalen Stewart with the nice penetration through the double team. And McCullum was open under there, and Stewart dropped the ball off to him nicely. McCullum laid it up and in. Down the other way, nice move there in a bucket, but a traveling violation called. A little dip, do, and dip, and then one more do is a don't. Stewart pulls up for a three. Stewart, three ball for Stewart back in the game, makes his presence felt. Garfield down now by just one, 18-17. And we've got a double dribble violation on Jalen Petty. Oh, excuse me, that was Terrell Nichols. And Auburn with just 1 point here in the second quarter. 4:16 left to go here in the first half. Auburn still up by 1, 18-17. Mr. Bellis, what do we have?
A huge turnaround here for the Garfield Bulldogs for sure. Remember, only 7 points in the first quarter. Now they've put up 10, and we haven't even done half a quarter yet. So as we demonstrated in previous broadcasts here on Rainier Ave this year, Garfield can always be a very streaky team. So you could say they definitely struggled in that first quarter, but they seem to have gotten things back together. The energy is back, and now they're within 1 point. So there you have it right there. If you look at the state bracket right there for the boys, earlier today we broadcasted the end of the first semifinal game. when O'Day defeated Mount Spokane, only controlling most of that game, winning 57-52. O'Day wins that one, of course, and they will play the winner of this game, and that happens at 5 p.m. If it's Auburn, it's a rematch of the round 2 game that O'Day won by 2 points, and if it's Garfield, it's a rematch of the 2020 championship.
All right, back to live action here. Garfield with the ball. Miles Damon gets the inbounds pass from Darius Harvey. Pass to Stewart. Stewart at the top of the key, drives on the left side, stops. Pulls up and under, gets the bucket. Leuven's Valken on the floor talking about what. Either way, has to get up and go back down court. Shot is blocked. Quickly in the front court, Miles Damon. Miles Damon uses the hoop, goes under with the left hand to lay it up, and we have a Garfield 3-point lead now. 3:38 here to go. 1 point in the quarter by Auburn. Three-point shot. That one is good. 3-point basket by Devin Anderson. Clutch shot there to tie the game up at 21. 3:17 here to go. Miles Damon puts a shot up against a smaller opponent. Doesn't go. McCullum gets a rebound. Shot doesn't go. Luken Valsen with the rebound. Fall in the front court. Terrell Nichols loses the ball out of bounds, but it was touched by Garfield, so knocked out of bounds. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Back in for Auburn with Tabor and Center. In for Garfield, Legend Smiley.
Valkenen's ball inbounds the ball to Nichols. Nichols on top. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gets the ball to Valken. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Shot goes up. Leuven Valken with the bucket. Puts Auburn back up by 2. There's Leuven Valken and Leuven Valken. Jamari Jackson Coons with the 3 ball gives Garfield the lead back again. Back and forth action here now as Garfield with the lead by 1, 24-23, 2:04 here to go. 3 ball put up, doesn't go. Battle for the rebound underneath. Jalen Stewart gets it quickly ahead. And we're going to get an offensive foul call or a blocking foul called. And that's an offensive foul on Legend Smiley. So good defense there, getting into position and stopping Smiley, who had what he thought was an open shot.
Auburn ball out of bounds.
1:54 here to go. Garfield up 24-23. Terry Nichols with the ball. Nichols in the front court. Pass down low. Shot is up and blocked by McCullum. Samaj Brown shot smothered down there. Samaj Brown shot again. This one off the rim. Rebounded by Stewart. Stewart takes the ball up court himself. Stewart behind the back, almost loses the ball, picks up the dribble. Back to Stewart out on top at the top of the key. Finds Jackson Coons in the left corner. Back up to Stewart. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Stewart one-on-one. Stewart gets a screen by McCullum. Stewart pulls up for 3. 3 ball doesn't go, a little bit short. Rebounded by Nichols. Nichols in the front court. Nichols with the shot on the return. Nichols, Terry Nichols with the 3 ball. Puts Auburn back up by 2, 26-24. 50 seconds left to go in the half. McCullum with the ball out on top. Over to Damon. Damon lefty 3. Damon's 3 is good. Garfield back on top by 1, 27-26. 33 seconds left to go. Back and forth action here at the second quarter. Evan Anderson with the ball out on top. He'll hit the 3 if he takes it. He could make it. 14 seconds left to go here. Terry Nichols with the ball out on top. Nichols puts up a 3. Nichols' shot is good. Are they going to give him credit for the 3? Yes, they do. 1 second left. Miles Damon's shot falls short. So here at the half, on the late 3 ball by Nichols, Auburn in front, 29-27 over the Garfield Bulldogs. Mr. Bellis, what's going on?
Wow, yeah, definitely a huge turnaround for those Garfield Bulldogs. They're still behind by 2, though, but putting up 20 points here in the second quarter, only 7 in the first. So very impressive for those Garfield Bulldogs, making it close. As these teams are always to be expected. They play close games, and last year, everyone remembers that game that went to double overtime between these two in the quarterfinals. Auburn, of course, was the winner of that game, and they went on to win the state championship. Garfield was the state champion 2 years ago, so we will see how things happen and how things turn around in the second half of action with the score 27-29, with Auburn Trojans leading by just 2 points out of that North Puget Sound League, where they dominate for sure. And they struggled a little bit when they were a 4A team, but these past 2 years, when they downgraded to a 3A team, they have been a force to be reckoned with. And for sure, this one will go down to the wire, and the winner will play O-Day. That happening tomorrow, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio at 5 p.m. Speaking of the Metro League, Garfield, O'Day being members of that Metro League, a Metro League legend watching the game right now, Roderick Stewart of the champion Rainier Beach Vikings a few years back. Shouts out to him for watching. Also, Nancy Conyers supporting the Bulldogs as well. If you're an Auburn Trojan fan, feel free to show some love for your team. And we will throw your comments up on the screen as well. Tony B, of course, will be back for your second half of action. But for now, we're going to pay some bills. So we'll be back with your second half of action right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hey, this is Paul Pearson. I've hosted the R&B show Star Time since the very beginning of Rainier Avenue Radio, and after years of featuring tracks from the 50s through the 80s, Star Time now plays R&B and hip-hop from the 1990s as well. A whole half-century of soul, funk, hip-hop, and more on Star Time, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
For me, generational wealth is passed down knowledge from relatives or any family members, or even like any ancestral people that have come before you, that is, used to help you progress in the times that you're living in. So I think it is very updated. It's very current. It is existing in real time. So any type of knowledge or resources from people who are here living now, being able to provide that information and pass it down from generation to generation, and how you maintain the wealth. That's what it means to me.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of Star Time. Did you know that back in the 1930s, Rainier Avenue Radio operated out of a supply closet in the Columbia City Seafirst Bank? Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app.
All of us have struggled through the COVID-19 pandemic. Many of our communities have been particularly hard hit. Some things definitely need to change, but a few things should stay the same, like protecting your child from serious diseases you can prevent now. Preventable diseases like measles, mumps, and whooping cough. Is camp, childcare, or in-person school on your family's agenda? Give your child a healthy and safe summer and school year by making sure they're up to date on vaccinations and well child visits. You have the power to protect. Call your healthcare provider to find out what vaccinations your child is due for and make an appointment today. If you need help finding a provider, visit parenthelp123.org or call the Help Me Grow Washington hotline at 1-800-322-2588. An interpretation is available.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle-King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African-American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not explaining to my intern exactly what R&B is, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Ở Washington, hầu hết chúng ta đều đồng ý rằng con đường dẫn đến sự an toàn nhất là khi chúng ta đặt điện thoại ra khỏi tầm tay. Nhưng điều đó không dễ làm, vì vậy hãy lan truyền thông điệp và làm gương. Trước khi bạn lên đường, đặt điện thoại của bạn vào hộp đựng găng tay, cài đặt nó với không làm phiền. Yêu cầu bạn bè và gia đình của bạn cũng làm như vậy. Bởi vì khi tất cả chúng ta đều làm phần việc của mình, sẽ tạo ra con đường an toàn hơn cho tất cả mọi người. Chúng ta hãy cùng nhau đến đó. Một thông điệp từ Ủy ban An toàn Giao thông Washington.
Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Black generational wealth. For a long time, that's been a dream that needs to see reality. For hundreds of years, Black people have been in the United States and have suffered for it. We've built this country, but have not yet really seen the dream come alive and what that means for Black people and people of color. This is going to take some time and some work and a lot of sacrifice. People of color have always done that, and so it won't be any different. You don't need to do it alone, and you don't need to do it alone, because this is a community work project. It's going to take some rigor. It'll take a change in mindset for individuals and the community and the nation at large. This won't be simple, but that's okay. Nothing that's good or worthwhile is ever really simple.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Kind of nonsense conversation we're having here.
The Neon Ghost Show. The Neon Ghost Show. Right here on Rainier Wait, what's it? Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Right about now.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm so tired. I have to pee.
Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of StarTime. Did you know that back in the 9th century, Rainier Avenue Radio was the host of the first annual Gregorian chant-off? Man, that was tight. Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Thông điệp này được gửi đến bạn bởi Bộ Y tế Công cộng Seattle và quận King, Bộ Y tế Washington, Washington Chapter AAP và Wilson Ridge. Cho dù lớp học của bạn ở đâu, dù trực tiếp hay trực tuyến, tiêm chủng định kỳ sẽ bảo vệ cho con của bạn tránh khỏi các bệnh nghiêm trọng như bệnh sởi, quai bị và thủy đậu, và chúng giữ cho con của bạn được an toàn, khỏe mạnh và phát triển. Nếu cần trợ giúp tìm nhà cung cấp, hãy vào trang parenthelp123.org hoặc gọi đường dây nóng Help Me Grow Washington ở số 1-800-322-2588.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth to me means to provide and establish wealth for generations to come, whether it be through real estate or through other equitable funding.
Personally, it helps to work with a trusted financial professional to guide and steer you, because you're going to be making some decisions around how you spend your money, how you save your money, how you invest your money. Some of that will be strictly to increase the size of your wealth. Other parts of those investments might be something that you want to do to keep your purpose and your character. And you can manage to do both.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world. We are back live, second half action. Ball taken away from Garfield and slapped out of bounds.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Auburn basketball.
Latabrion Chandler. Ball comes in to Nichols. For Auburn. Auburn up 2 as we start this third quarter. Nichols with the ball. Nichols with the three. Nichols buries the 3 ball.
Tyrell Nichols.
Auburn up now 5, 32-27. Smiley into the left corner. Smiley pulls up from the elbow. Shot goes off, falls off. Ball is rebounded by Garfield, swept in bounds, but saved. And an off balance. Leuven Valken gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. 7-point lead now for Auburn. Miles Damon on the left side, back to Marquardt. Marquardt screens for Legend Smiley. Smiley's 3 is good for Garfield. Garfield back within 4 now, 34-30. 6:30 left here to go in the third quarter. Nichols on top. Awkward shot. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Stewart. Stewart pushes the ball in the front court himself. Stewart taking it all the way. Shot laid up over the rim and good. Counted and the foul. Stewart will have an opportunity to go to the line for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
And Stewart heading to the line, shooting 1.
Stewart waiting patiently at the line. Finally has the ball in his hands, bounces it a couple times. Free throw is up. It is good. Garfield back within one after a quick spurt by Auburn. Ball on the floor picked up by Auburn. And they're going to call that a half-court violation.
Garfield basketball.
So Garfield with the ball now with 6:03 here to go in the third quarter and a chance to take the lead again. Miles Damon with the ball on top to Marquardt. Marquardt looking down low for McCullum. Smiley with it now. Open shot for Stewart, doesn't go. Marquardt battles down low for the rebound, gets the rebound. Shot put up by Smiley, that one doesn't go. Marquardt with another rebound. Marquardt with a little 5-footer from the left side. This time up and in, Marquardt does it himself. And Garfield back up by one with 5:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Pass to Shamaj Brown. Auburn whips the ball around. Loose ball after the shot by Valken. Leuven's Valken doesn't go. Loose ball again. This time it's going to go out of bounds, and this will be Auburn basketball.
Ball kicked out of bounds. Auburn basketball.
Auburn now down by one to Garfield. 5:10 here to go in the third quarter. 35-34 Bulldogs. So get a little time here as they get some of the perspiration up off the court. Smarsh Brown inbounds the ball to Terrell Nichols. Nichols over to Leuven's Valken. Shot put up by Chandler, does not go. Looking to get the ball down low to McCullum. McCullum is double teamed, kicks it back out, back low to McCullum. McCullum wheels and deals underneath, finds Marquardt. Marquardt pass out to Smiley, and Smiley buries the three.
Smiley for the trade.
Garfield up by 4 now. Leuven's Valken in the front court, hands the ball off to Nichols. Throw Nichols back down to Rutledge. Rutledge wins inside, looking for somebody to get the ball down to, gets it to Chandler. Chandler, shot is blocked by McCullum. And looks like it should be a shot clock violation.
Download the WIAA Live mobile app for easy access to state basketball brackets, results, streaming info, and more. Download the app at WIAA.com/WIAA Live.
One second on the shot clock. Shot put up quickly. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Stewart. Stewart brings the ball up court himself. Stewart with the head of steam. Stewart pops from 12 feet. Doesn't go. Marquardt with another rebound.
Timeout taken on the floor by Garfield at the 30-second timeout.
And Garfield will take a timeout with a 4-point lead. 3:48 here to go in the third quarter. Mr. Bellis, what's going on?
If you're a Garfield Bulldog fan, you're definitely cheering on your Lady Bulldogs, and they will be in the state championship tomorrow right here on Rainier Avenue Radio at 5 p.m. These Garfield Bulldogs have the opportunity for a rare three-peat. That's 3 straight state championships. If they can overcome their constant state championship opponent, Lake Washington Kangs, for the past 2 state championships, it's been these 2 teams. They're going at it for a third straight time. And here we go. The Garfield Bulldogs have an opportunity to make it 3 straight state championships. They've only lost 1 game all season. Speaking of these boys, they've only lost 2, and it's been to one team, Eastside Catholic, who got bounced out yesterday.
Garfield ball out of bounds.
Darius Harvey drives to the hoop with the left-hand shot, goes up, doesn't go, and Harvey will go to the line off of the inbounds pass.
Chandler of Auburn, his first second team foul. Harvey at the line.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world, bringing you this game audio-wise. Visually, you're looking at us. We'll also be bringing you the 3A Boys and Girls Championships tomorrow. One of those teams in the boys division, O'Day, sealed their opportunity to play for the 3A championship. Garfield now up by 5. That last shot by Darius Harvey. This one doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Harvey gets it tipped out by McCullum. Marquardt has it. Marquardt drains the shot. 3 ball, and that's going to put Garfield up by 8 now with 3:29 here to go. Terrell Nichols with it. Nichols drives, almost travels, does travel as he falls down.
Basketball. Checking in for Auburn, number 25, Kevin Anderson. Replaces Campbell.
All right, again, a young man in charge of the wiping up the perspiration does his job well. Darius Harvey in the front court. Harvey drives, pulls up a little 8-footer, doesn't go, rebounded on the other side by Sherelle McCullum. And Garfield up now by 10. And a nice drive there by Samaj Brown, goes up and over, lays it up and over McCullum. And so we'll get another timeout here, and we'll go to Mr. Daniel Bellis for another update.
Yes, sir. Right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. The boys bracket right here tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting, as we mentioned, at 3 o'clock tomorrow, as O'Day will take on the winner of this game that's currently in progress. The third place game will feature the loser of this game, and they will take on Mount Spokane. And in the fourth place game, if you will, that'll be Bellevue versus Eastside Catholic.
Engineered to give athletes the best ball possible. Modern Sports, the official ball of the WIAA. For more information, visit modernsports.com.
Not strong mentally. Soon as we got down 1 point, everybody put their heads down. In the first quarter. Damn.
All right, here we go back to live action. Garfield with the ball and an 8-point lead. Legend Smiley, the inbounds, gets the ball into Darius Harvey. Little trap action there. 3-point shot doesn't go for Marquardt. Races back on defense. And a 3-point shot buried by Lukens Valken. Actually, that was Tyrell Nichols. Again, double team action.
Timeout taken on the floor by Garfield. It's a 30-second timeout.
We have a 30-second timeout here. Garfield up by 5. A little pressure applied by Auburn. Took Garfield a little bit out of sync. Again, you're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. It's me, Tony B, along with Mr. Daniel Bellis on your production, as well as updates. The winner of this game has O'Day waiting for them for the 3A championship. Will it be another all-Metro League championship for 3A division statewide? Or will Auburn pull this one out? Auburn had a huge lead early in the game to start this off. Garfield had trouble putting the ball in the bucket. Auburn led by 2 at half. And here in the third quarter, Garfield on top by 5. Miles Damon with the 3, in and out. Terry Nichols down. Terry Nichols' shot is partially blocked or just missed everything. Hard to tell. Legend Smiley goes up. Smiley's shot bounces, doesn't go, but a foul called. And Smiley will go to the line with an opportunity for a couple shots.
Auburn foul on Easton Rutledge, his third team foul. Smiley at the line, shooting 2.
Smiley's first shot is good.
With Adrian Chandler in for Garfield, Kamari Jackson-Timms.
Second shot by Smiley. That one's good. Puts Garfield back up by 7 with 1:38 here to go in the third quarter. Nichols inside with the left-hand shot. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Garfield's Miles Damon quickly in the front court. Smiley takes a three-pointer that doesn't go. The Trevion Chandler tripped with the ball.
Fouls on Garfield. Miles Damon, his second. First team foul. Auburn ball out of bounds.
Miles Damon charged with the foul. First team foul. 1:08 here to go in the third quarter for Garfield. So it'll be a minute before Auburn gets free throws in the 1-on-1 situation. Nichols shakes, bakes, pulls up at the free throw line. Doesn't go. Marquardt with the rebound. Damon quickly in the front court. Smiley now working outside the three-point line. Works his way into the hoop. Tries to get a pass over to Marquardt. Eventually does get him the ball. Marquardt cross-court pass. Miles Damon with the ball. Three-point shot put up by Jackson Coons. Doesn't go. Balkans with the rebound. Layup off the glass and good for Devin Anderson.
Devin Anderson.
18 seconds left here in the quarter. Auburn down by 5. Miles Damon holding the ball out on top. Over to Smiley, back to Damon, 5 seconds left. Damon with the ball, 3 seconds. Jackson Coons with the three-pointer, skips off the rim, doesn't go, tipped up by Marquardt, doesn't go, and with triple threes on the clock at the end of 3, Garfield up 5, 46-41. Mr. Bellis.
How about a shout out to everybody tuning in and commenting there in the comments on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Lloyd Belmont saying thank you so much for the play-by-play. Also, Sharon Koslaw saying thank you for making it possible to hear this game. Nancy Conyers says free throws could decide this game. And, of course, we have the legendary Rainier Beach Viking champion for basketball, Roderick Stewart, watching this game as well, cheering on his fellow Metro League team, Garfield, right there. Nancy Conyers also cheering on Garfield. And as far as the stats go, it's coming 3 quarters in. It looks like for Garfield, Sherelle McCellum is leading all players there with 11 points. Legend Smiley has 8. And both Emmett Marquardt and Jeremiah Jackson Kins have 5 each. Jalen Stewart has put up 9 coming off the bench, and Miles Damon has 5. For the Auburn Trojans, they are led by Tyrell Nichols, who's put up 17 points. LeBronton Chandler has put up 8. And Lewis Bowson has put up 6. And Devin Anderson, 7.
Auburn ball out of bounds to start the fourth quarter.
Eight more minutes of basketball to decide who will meet O'Day in the finals of the 3A state championship basketball game. Been a good game here. Devin Anderson with the ball, drives to the hoop. Anderson with a little flip shot that doesn't go. Rebounded by Stewart. Miles Damon grabs it. Miles Damon still with the ball out on top. And that pass thrown away. So an unforced error there by Garfield with a 5-point lead, 7:25 left in the game. Auburn works the ball around the perimeter. Pass almost out of bounds. Pass does go out of bounds, and that'll go back to Garfield. A cross-court, dangerous cross-court pass. But ball sailed out of bounds, and Claire caught it, landed out of bounds, actually. Smiley whips the pass over to Sherelle McCullum. McCullum back out to Miles Damon. Damon holds the ball just inside the half-court line on the left side. Back over to Smiley. Smiley back to Damon. They get it low to McCullum. McCullum backs in. McCullum kicks the pass out to Marquardt. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Smiley drives. Smiley from the left side with the right hand. Count the bucket and the foul as well. Opportunity for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Legend Smiley with time running out attacks the hoop. Nice ball movement there by Garfield, and then Legend Smiley with the one-on-one ability. Takes the ball to the hoop, gets the bucket and the foul. Smiley's free throw is good. Garfield back up now by 8 after the three-point play the old-fashioned way by Legend Smiley. And now we've got an over and back call on Terry Nichols there, hounded by Miles Damon. Damon helps create the turnover. Passed on low to Stewart. Stewart tries to get to the hoop with defenders. Called for traveling.
Auburn basketball out of bounds.
Double team down there. Terry Nichols quickly in the front court. Probably get a traveling call or a foul on Devin Anderson. Looks like it'll be a foul call. Something happened. His progress was impeded, took a little hop step, but took a bump to go along with it. Nichols looking to bring the ball in. Finally does get it in to Samaj Brown. Brown back to Nichols. Nichols gets a screen from Leuven's. Valken still on top. 18 seconds on the clock. Nichols still with the ball. Nice athletic move by Leuven Valken. Hangs in the air. Gets the bucket. Auburn within 6 now. 16 seconds on the shot clock for Miles Damon. Finds Sherelle McCullum under the hoop. Gets the basket.
Bucket's good.
And the foul called. Sherelle McCullum will go to the line.
His second 15. McCollum at the line, shooting 1.
McCullum with a chance to pull that lead up to 9 now. Shot bounces off, doesn't go, rebounded by Leuven Valken. Ball on the floor as Terrell Nichols falls down. Jalen Stewart up, shot doesn't go, rebounded by Garfield. That shot's blocked. And we're going to have a foul call.
Samaj Brown. His second.
Samaj Brown called with the foul. Legend Smiley at the line with a couple free throws.
Back in for Garfield, Jamari Jackson King.
First free throw by Smiley is good. Next free throw by Legend Smiley rolls in and out, rebounded by Leuven Valken. Terry Nichols with the ball over to Chandler. Ball on the ground, recovered by McCullum. Legend Smiley with it quickly up the floor, pulls it back out, sets the offense. Over to Damon. Back to Jackson Coons. Nichols swipes the pass away. Nichols evidently stepped on the baseline. Miles Damon with the ball. Marquardt with it. Marquardt pulls up for 3. Marquardt buries the 3 at the buzzer. Garfield on top, 55-43 now. 4:10 left in the game. Devin Anderson misses the shot, gets the rebound, tripped up. Miles Damon going to get called for the foul. Says, I didn't do anything, puts his hands up in the air, but there was some contact with the body.
Miles Damon with the foul for Garfield. His 4-13. Auburn ball out of bounds.
Auburn with the ball. 2 players there in the corner. Devin Anderson with it. Free ball goes up, doesn't go. Rebounded inside, tough rebound. Doesn't go. Sherelle McCullum gets the ball taken from him by Devin Anderson. Rolls around and drops in. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 3:37 left to go in the game. Garfield on top, 55-45. Mr. Bellis.
Yes, sir. The comments are popping right now. We want to give out a shout out to the first Trojan to show up in there. Y. Fleming right there saying, "Go Trojans." Let's repeat. But a lot of love for the Bulldogs. Lloyd Belmont, go Bulldogs. Richard Belmont, once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. Nancy Conyer says, "Apply the heat." Kathleen Gopin Ladin says, "Thank you for the live radio broadcast. Go Bulldogs." Lloyd Belmont says, "Class of 79 Bulldogs." Lots of love for the Bulldogs. If you're a Trojan fan, feel free to jump in those comments too. We'll make sure your team gets love as well. Both of these teams, of course, the past two state champions for boys. Last year it was Auburn. 2 years ago it was Garfield. So, well, actually 3 years, because there was not a state championship in 2021 because of COVID. So, but Garfield was the state champion before Auburn was there. So there you go. As this game gets into its final minutes.
Miles Damon walks the ball up court across the half-court line. Defended by Nichols. Ball to Smiley. Jalen Stewart with a shot that doesn't go. Chandler thinks about it, but then pulls up. Ball knocked away by Sherrell McCullum. Pass ahead to Marquardt. Marquardt lays it up over the front of the rim with two hands, giving Garfield a 12-point lead. 2:47 here to go in the game. Garfield by 12, 57-45. Three-point shot by Terry Nichols is good. Big bucket by Nichols. I take it, I make it. That's going to pull Auburn back within 9. Miles Damon hits the 3, but you're going to say he pushed off.
Fouls on Garfield, Miles Damon. His fifth. Substitution for Garfield, Jamari Jackson-Kins.
Devin Anderson with the ball in the front court for Auburn. Over to Nichols. Back to Anderson. Almost loses the ball. Vulcans with the rebound. Ball saved in. Vulcans with it again. Ball on the floor. And the Auburn with possession, down by 9. 1:55 here to go in the game. A ball on the baseline, player on the floor. And that's number 4, Samaj Brown. Looks like he had a cramp.
The WIAA Visa Credit Union State basketball games are being streamed live on the NFHS Network. Visit NFHSnetwork.com to follow the
1:51 here to go in the game. Garfield up by 9, 57-48. Auburn will be taking the ball inbounds. On the baseline near us, Devin Anderson has it, looking to get the ball in. Does the Chandler. Latabrion Chandler, ball back out on top of Nichols. Nichols drives on the left side between his legs, puts up a shot, doesn't go. Ball is tipped, grabbed by Auburn's number 4, Samaji Brown. Pass from Vulcan to Brown. Brown turns around, puts a shot up that doesn't go. Vulcan with another rebound. Samaj Brown's next shot doesn't go. This time there'll be a foul called. And so a couple opportunities at the hoop for Auburn, and it pays off. Jalen Stewart called for the foul, his second foul.
Auburn heading to line 2.
So 1:23 here to go. That's going to be in the act of shooting, so 2 foul shots. First one bounces out and doesn't go. If you're Auburn and you get free throws, you want to definitely make them. Second shot by Samaji Brown. That one doesn't go as well. Marquardt with the rebound. Losing Falcon there to swipe at it just in case he wasn't paying attention, but Marquardt had a grip with both hands. And the pressure applied by Auburn. Finally, the ball to Marquardt down low to show McCullum under the hoop, and McCullum lays it up and in. Garfield up by 11 now with 1:02 left in the game. 1 minute, 58 seconds. Samaji Brown to Devin Anderson. Anderson for the right baseline. Bucket is good. That'll make it 59-50 with 49 seconds left and a timeout. Mr. Bellis, what do we got?
The legendary Rainier Beach Viking champion Roderick Stewart is definitely praising the Bulldogs right now. Take your time on offense, Garfield. He's giving them some advice. Take your time in these final minute right here. Take as much off the clock as you want, and I'm sure he knows because he was a state champion for Rainier Beach. Nancy Conyers says, "Glory, hallelujah." She definitely is liking what she's hearing. Richard Belmont says, "I'm so glad that I go to Garfield High." Taking a look at the stats real quick, it's been a monster game on the boards for Emmett Marquardt. 10 rebounds. He leads everybody out of both teams. Jalen Stewart's put up 8 rebounds. And Luvis Valken leads Auburn with 7.
Sorry we couldn't bring you the video, but we will bring you the audio. And if you're digging it, hit us up at Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. Venmo up at Rainier Avenue Radio. We could definitely use anything that you can give us. We enjoy bringing these games to you for free. And maybe we'll be able to do that at the next championship with the video that goes with it. But we still got you here on our audio format.
Leading a 1-1.
And Legend Smiley. Well, actually, that's Jalen Stewart at the line. For the 1-1 shot doesn't go. Rebounded by Auburn. 32 seconds left. Auburn ball finally in the front court. Devin Anderson drives. Devin Anderson dishes the pass off to Nichols. Jalen Stewart with it. Jalen Stewart lays it up off the glass and in. Jalen Stewart called for the foul, or Jalen Stewart gets the foul. Terry Nichols called for the foul, runs all the way down court to avoid chirping at the refs and getting called for a technical. Jalen Stewart a little slow to get up, but does get up, bounces around.
Call on the floor, his basket is good. Auburn ball out of bounds.
So no foul on the call, 20 seconds left. Stewart comes out of the game. Terry Nichols pulls up for 3, doesn't go. Ball is tipped. Miles Damon with it, ball on the floor. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Garfield up by 11. Jump ball. Garfield has the arrow in their favor, and they will get the ball with 7.7 seconds left. An 11-point lead, and a whole new set of Bulldogs about to come into the game.
Checking in for Auburn. Carter Hampton, Pavel Baranas, Kevin Anderson, Lucas Faustin. Checking in for Garfield. Zadarius Owens. Brandon Roy Jr. Marcel Jones.
And a bunch of new Bulldogs in the game, a bunch of new Auburn players in the game as well, as we hit triple zeros. And that's it. It's set. Garfield 61, Auburn 50. Garfield will be taking on O'Day tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the state championship. We will have that game for you. Any final comments, Mr. Bellis?
We also want to add that we'll have the girls' championship at 5 as Garfield and Lake Washington for the 3rd straight year in the girls' basketball state championship as the Garfield Bulldogs try to go for 3 straight championships. That's at 5 p.m. Again, the boys are at 3 p.m. in that Metro League that Metro League matchup, which is the rematch of the 2020 boys state championship.
So O'Day defeats Mount Spokane. Garfield defeats Auburn. We have an all Metro League final. O'Day versus Garfield tomorrow at 3 o'clock. A three-peat opportunity for the girls, Lakeside or Lake Washington, the Kangs, taking on the Garfield girls Bulldogs. We've got both of those games for you. I'll be here with Mr. Daniel Bellis tomorrow and Craig Jackson. For the girls game, we'll have Juan Cotto and Joyce Walker. That's it. That's all the time that we have. Anything else you want to share, Mr. Bellis?
That's it.
We will see you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock for, well, it's a Metro League championship, but it's a state championship. O'Day versus Garfield. And then at 5 o'clock, the girls, Lake Washington Kangs versus the Garfield Girl Bulldogs. And we'll be here for both. We'll see you then. That's it. That's all the time that I have. That's going to do it for the kid. It's me, Tony B, saying, remember, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you cannot, you are probably right. We're out. Peace.